Hey guys, tyedyefor thread shop here. I am attempting to do a colander ice dye. As you can see, I've got a spiral shirt. It's on top of the colander's underneath, upside down in a cookie sheet. Loose spiral. Just put in rubber bands and stuck it on top, and then took the rubber bands off. I have a Halloween design underneath. You can see the yellow, fluorescent yellow from it. So I'm going to do purple, orange, and yellow. And I'm going to do 2 color contrasts. So that means I will add a light shade and a darker shade of the same color next to each other for contrast. I think that's really makes it pop. I'm just learning, so I'm not a professional by any means, but I've done this a little bit, so I'm gonna try that. We're gonna do 6 colors actually in total over a colander, and then I'm gonna set it out in the sun, covered in foil to cure for about 24 hours. This shirt has been soaked in soda ash. It has been dried, and I've ironed on a design for Halloween. So let's get started. I'm not very good at placing the dye yet, so bear with me. I'm trying, not very neat. So this is True Violet, and I used too much dye. I've only done this one other time. I've used too much dye the last time. So I'm gonna start in the middle of the spiral and just kind of go out. Just try to keep it in a line. In a line, see? I'm horrible at this. It just all flies right off. So now it's gonna be patchy, but whatever. So that's the True Violet. This is not what I meant to do. We're just gonna go, in a line out. And you kind of want to, leave enough space. You don't want to go all the way down because you want the dye to move. And then we're gonna go over this way with the violet. It's a little better. Again, this is True Violet. It's from Grateful Dyes. Okay, I think that'll be good. All right, so since we used True Violet, we're gonna go with lavender now next to it because it's that contrast I was talking about. And this is also from Grateful Dyes. It's a little chunky. Stir it up a bit. And we're just gonna go right along either the top or next to it, just to give it that pop whenever it runs next to it. No, that's my son Dylan. He is the namesake behind tyedyefor thread shop. I started tyedyefor thread shop because Dylan has autism and a rare gene disorder called TRP12 gene deletion. Only 186 people are affected in the whole world that we know of. And I started doing tyedyefor therapy a couple of years ago, and then I decided to open tyedyefor thread shop, www.tyedyeforthreadshop.com, TYEDYLLYS, you'll see the link, in order to raise money for TRP12 gene deletion. Like I said, it's pretty new and discovery, and we need research in order to help find a cure. So my thing is tie-dye for a cure, and that is why I started my shop, and the proceeds from my shop all go to research. Also, the products in the shop are all from my 2 years of just doing tie-dye for therapy and fun. That's the inventory. So there you go. This will be in there too. So this is Thistle Blossom. It is from Dharma. It's from Dharma. And I'm just gonna go on the other side of the violet with this Thistle Blossom. It's another color, purple, just to kind of give it the contrast that I was talking about and maybe make it pop. Like I said, this is only my second time doing this kind of dye, and I'm not very good with the powder dyes, as you can see. I've only ever done liquid. And so that was Thistle Blossom from Dharma. And then we're gonna go with some orange. I've got orange, salmon, and peach that I'm gonna do for the, I said a 2 color contrast, but it looks like I'm going with a 3 color contrast. So peach is from Dharma. And I'm going to start with bright orange, and it's from Grateful Dyes. And I'm just going to go along this way with that. Okay, so bright orange, just try to keep it as uniform as possible. Like I said, I am not good at that, but I'll get better as I go and I find better tools to work with. This spoon is obviously not what I need to use. Again, you don't have to take it down the sides if you don't want to, because the idea is to get the colors to move and separate. Actually, I had atomic, oh no, I was going to use yellow. So I'm going to use bright orange, salmon, and peach, like I said. So that's the bright orange. And then I'm going to go with salmon. Salmon is from Grateful Dyes, and I love salmon. Salmon is an awesome color. It just makes everything pop, kind of like gold does. I love gold too. I'm not going to use it in this because gold is very strong, believe it or not, and it can make some ugly browns if you're not careful. So that was salmon. Salmon is also from Grateful Dyes. And this is peach, and peach is from Dharma. Here, just along the salmon. Doesn't have to be a lot. You really don't want a lot. Actually, I have a habit of over dyeing everything. So I should try to be a little light-handed. It's hard for me. All right, so there are the oranges that I was planning on using. Now I'm going to go in with some yellows. We are going to use Atomic Fireball, banana yellow, and melted peeps. Melted peeps is an awesome color. It is from Dharma too. So I'm going to start with the Atomic Fireball. Really splits, you guys, so this one is strong. We start with Atomic Fireball. It is from Dharma. And I'm just going to kind of go out here on this side. I don't really want to try to get them not to mix too much because I don't want to get some ugly browns going on, and I'm just learning how to avoid that with color mixtures. It's important when you mix colors to make sure that they're not going to run together to make some ugly brown color. So that was the Atomic Fireball from Dharma. Now I'm going to go in with some banana yellow next to the Atomic Fireball. I'm kind of running out of space in the middle there, so I'm just going to kind of go down the side because I don't want it to mix too much and make an ugly color. Okay, that was banana yellow. Maybe a little more. Maybe too much. There we go. Okay, banana yellow from Grateful Dyes. And now this is Melted Peeps. I love this one. Melted Peeps is a cool color. And we are just going to go along the banana. Oh, I think I'll go on the other side of the Atomic Fireball, but it's too kind of close to the peach. So we're just going to do that. Just a little down the sides. I've already got a design on there with this color of yellow that I ironed on with vinyl. Iron on vinyl, so we don't really need a lot of that one. It's probably going to have that color. Alright, so I'm thinking maybe I might do something along here. I'm not sure. Maybe a little pink, like dragon fruit. So that, let's just do, I've got some really great blues. Let's do some azure blue. I think that's how you say it. And some glacier blue. Now this glacier blue and ice blue next to any other blue really makes this stuff pop. This is a really bright blue. It's from Grateful Dyes. I don't think I've used it, so I'm just going to do a tiny little bit. I don't want to do too much and make ugly colors. Just gonna do a little bit. There we go. Maybe a little bit more. Okay. And then next to that, I'm gonna do some glacier blue. It is from Dharma. It's a really great contrast color. I mean, it really makes it pop, I'm telling you. When you use it and put it over any other blues with liquid dyes, I have had nothing but great results from this. So on the other side of the azure, I'm gonna do an ice blue. And it also is a great blue for contrast. Okay, I think that's gonna be enough dye. I think I got way too much probably in the center as it is with the purples. So, there you go. Okay, and ice blue is from Dharma. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my ice foundation, which I use this. It's from an egg cooker. It's just in my cabinet doing nothing. I'm gonna place it right on top. And then I'm going to get the ice and pour the ice on. Place the ice on, pouring it would be a bad idea because pouring it would mess up everything. So, I don't have an ice maker. I don't have any of the fancy hexagon ice cubes. I just use bagged ice for my beer. I'm going to place it carefully because, as I said, you will mess up the dye if you don't be careful, and you don't want to do that. Right? So I'm just going to place some cubes on top. I know this is going pretty slow for some people, but you know, I always watch these videos and I think, oh my gosh, they're going so fast. I have to rewind and unpause all the time to see what to do and what's going on. So, I'm going to fill this up. Hopefully it's not going to fall off. And we're going to cover it with foil and let it cure. So you get the idea, right? So I'm going to fill this up with ice. I'm going to sprinkle the top of it with soda ash for good measure. Not a lot, just a little bit, since the shirt's already been soaked in soda ash. I'm hoping my little thingy there does not fall over. Very well could go. Okay, and there you have it. Put a few more pieces over here. Oh, it's a little tipsy, but that'll work. Okay, all right, so there you have it. And I will post the results on my YouTube page after I get them. I'm going to pour some oil. Just want to show you guys like how I do the foil. In case anybody's wondering if I can find my foil. Hello. Where are you at? Oh my goodness. Okay, well, maybe I don't have any. That's horrible. Oh, I know what I did. I put it in the closet. Okay, so that's going to do it for now, you guys. I will come back with the results and a picture of what it looks like outside.